A bear, I think, something like that. I'm getting my clothes off. I should have come here a long time ago. It's amazing. Good afternoon. I'm in the middle of Sherwood Forest and I came here last night. Where am I? It says on this sign, Berklands, if that's appropriate. So I'm in Berklands in Sherwood Forest. And like I say, we parked here last night. Really nice park up in the middle of the countryside. Louie was out last night catching dormouse, which I had to keep rescuing and taking off him. But we had a really nice peaceful night, and today I'm off to see the mighty oak, which if you've been following the news, you'll have heard it died recently. So I figured today we'll go and see exactly how dead this tree is before it disappears forever. It's about a 2-mile walk up this track, so let's see what kind of fun we can get into today. I'm taking a bit of a gamble today because I lost my DJI microphone. It's like the mini thing that sits, it's got a magnet and it sits on your chest or wherever you want to stick it. But yeah, I've lost it. I think I might have left it at my dad's when I was down in Somerset. I've been in Somerset, by the way. Yeah, this is the first video since I got to England. So I've been in Somerset for a week, spent the time with my dad, and then I drove him to Southampton because he was going to America where my sister lives and taking the Queen Mary because he's posh like that. So I took him to Southampton, got stuck in a load of holiday traffic because it was absolutely boiling. There was a heat wave and it was 37 degrees and it was a Friday, so completely the wrong day to drive him to Southampton because obviously everyone was going to the beach. There was a car coming. That's interesting. Jesus, that's dusty. Yeah, I don't know how he got in here. There's a big gate across the front, but it was a boy racer with stickers on the front. Shaz loves Baz. Don't think it said that, but we can all dream. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so took Dad to Southampton, got stuck in loads of traffic where everyone was escaping to the beach, and hung out with some friends in Wales where I grew up. I didn't do any filming, and that's because I'm going back to Wales in a couple of weeks. So I just had a week of relaxing and catching up, and then I drove up to Nottingham, nearly got killed by a lorry. That's another story. And I've been seeing friends up here, had a really nice weekend with some old friends, and now I rocked up in Sherwood Forest because weirdly I used to live up here in Nottingham and Derby for years, but I think I only ever came to Sherwood Forest once for a party, and I don't remember much of that. It was the 90s. So I'm going to go and see this mighty oak tree. Was there a point to this bit? I can't remember. How did I start? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, onwards. Oh yeah, I've just remembered the point to this bit. It was that I'd lost my little DJI microphone. So today I'm experimenting. I've got my AirPods in and I'm trying to record the audio on my iPhone, but it keeps turning off. So I think I'm going to have to rely on the audio from this little vlogging camera I've got. Apologies if the sound's a bit dodgy, but hopefully I'll be able to salvage something. Otherwise all of this is a complete waste of time, and many would argue that it is anyway. So, oh, this is nice. Have a look at this. So as you can see behind me, that sign up there is a bit twisted and bent, and that happened when Robin Wood. So as you can see behind me, that sign up there is a bit bent and twisted, and that happened when Robin Hood had a big fight with a bear, I think, something like that. So yeah, bit of history up there. Actually, I should probably... I know. I'm hoping that the mighty oak is signpost, because otherwise I'm just going to get lost in this forest. It'll be like the Blair Witch Project. In years to come, they'll find this footage and go, he wasn't worth saving anyway, was he? It's a lovely day though. It's hot, but there's a breeze. And obviously the trees are giving some nice cover as well, so it's not too bad. Still sweating a bit though, but that's just my general lack of fitness and physical condition and age, and my God, I'm dying. Hidden amongst the trees there, you could see the graves of the brothers A.V., who were the lesser known members of Robin Hood's Merry Men, AV1 and AV2. And years later, on TVs and audio devices, you'll often see AV1 and AV2 as a tribute to the Merry Men who died here, also fighting the bear down by the sign back there. We also need to talk about Louie. Since the temperature has gone up massively, he overheats constantly, and I'm not sure if he's enjoying his new found ability to pant all the time. He's like tongue out, but whenever he now meows, he then also goes afterwards, even though he's not overheating. So it's kind of worrying, and I've been halfway between should I take him to the vets, but he also seems perfectly happy. So I've been desperately trying to find ways to cool him down. I bought him a cooling mat, which at first he completely ignored, but now he seems to be choosing to lie on it, which is good. Not all the way on it, but sort of halfway on, halfway off, as if to say, all right, you bought me this. It is quite good, but I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of knowing that you've actually done something good. I also took him in the shower with me one day when it was extremely hot, and discovered that he doesn't mind being in the shower. So that was good. I think he was so hot he was just happy for anything to happen. What else? I've been trying to sort of modulate the airflow in the van. We don't have air conditioning, and I was also looking at air conditioning units for the van, because I'm still not really... Hang on a minute. Livestock in here, please shut the gate. Naturism. Could I take my clothes off? Okay, let's have a look. Naturism. We recognise the naturism on public's right-of-way is permitted under UK law. If you visit the reserve to practice naturism, we ask that you please respect the feelings of other visitors and follow up. I'm getting my clothes off. I didn't know that. Naturism may be tolerated in quieter parts of Budby South Forest, subject to behaviours, but it's strongly discouraged in Sherwood Forest, where there is a greater likelihood of encountering other visitors, especially families with children. Yeah, you don't want to do that. A cover-up garment should be carried and worn when nearing other visitors. Putting the garment on shows due consideration for all visitors. If you are requested to put on a cover-up garment by another visitor, you should do so. Yes, cover up, kids. Visitors should not undress in car parks. Well, I do that all the time, but inside the van, so that's all right. Anyway, so yeah, naturism on public rights of way is permitted under UK law. Did you know that? That's very interesting. I'm not going to do it, but you learn something new every day. Handily, there's a map here as well, so I can see where the mighty oak is. Okay, so I need to keep on walking from here actually, but as usual I've got the name wrong. It's called the Major Oak, not the Mighty Oak. The Major Oak. Obviously rose quite high in the military. The Mighty Oak, I don't know where I've got that from. Answers in the comments please. But the Major Oak, that's where we're going. We're going to the Major Oak. I've got that Wonder Stuff song about them big oak trees in my head, so oh no, I can't put that on because of copyright. God damn you, God. Also, I am now going to spend the day trying to look for naturists through the trees. It's obviously a problem. I've never ever seen that sign before anywhere I've been. So clearly Sherwood Forest has a problem with naked people everywhere. Fantastic. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. We were talking about Louie and his overheating problem. So, the other things I'm doing, I'm combing him pretty regularly. A lot of hair comes out. Apparently, Siberian cats have this 3 hair system, a bit like me, whereby it keeps them insulated in winter, but in summer it's supposed to keep them cool as well. But Louie is clearly struggling with the heat. So apparently if you comb them a lot, that takes out all the loose hair in between the layers. So that gives them more aeration and keeps them cooler. And the other thing I've done, my friend Rebecca, hi Rebecca, who I was visiting at the weekend, she gave me a squeezy water bottle so I can spray him to keep him cool. But the strange thing is, the first time I used it, unlike the shower, he actually ran a mile. I don't think he was expecting it. Whereas I suppose with the shower he could see that the water was running. Whereas I pointed a bottle at him and just sprayed a jet of water at him. So I kind of, understand that that was probably a surprise. Anyway, if you have any tips about how to keep a cat cooler, and I've heard the ones about shaving him, and I did Google it, and apparently that would be a really, really bad thing to do. So I'm not shaving my cat, but if you have any sensible things I could do that don't cost £1,000 to install AC in the van, then please do leave them in the comments. By the way, just in case anyone's worried about Louie, in the van I've got a vent in the ceiling which is venting out the hot air with the fan. I've got the windows open, bringing in cool air. I've got a fan inside the van which is also circulating cool air. So he's perfectly fine when he's in the van. It's actually when he's out that he overheats, and overheats very quickly. So I would normally bring him on a hike like this. He enjoys a walk, but the thing is he would have been panting within a minute and he wouldn't have coped. So unfortunately Louie has to stay in the van at the moment, but I'll let him out this evening so he can go and chase some more dormice, and that'll be my evening, rescuing dormice. But yeah, he's perfectly fine in the van and he's too precious for me to take any risks with. It is, however, a learning curve, this whole overheating thing, because I wasn't prepared for it. I've never had a cat that does that. So I've learned quite a lot over the last couple of weeks, what his limits are, what I can do and what I can't do. But I do think he puts it on a little bit as well. He's still a kitten, even though he's so big now. So I think sometimes he's kind of putting it on, especially when he wants to go out at 5 o'clock in the morning and he meows at me and then pants. It's like, yeah, right. I do not believe you, you liar. I think we've established he's a liar in previous videos. But initially I was quite worried about it. But now he seems to be alright. He's still playing, he's still eating, he drinks water. So I think he's fine as long as I'm careful with him. You know how you're sitting wherever you're sitting right now, maybe you're even standing and you're watching this, and maybe you're thinking to yourself, I'm quite enjoying this. I mean, this guy is obviously a nutter. He's just on his own in a forest talking to no one. I'm talking to you. Anyway, if you are one of those people, have you subscribed? Because that makes a big difference. Maybe pause this video now, find the subscribe button, click on it. If you're watching it on your telly or computer, pick up your phone, find the channel on YouTube, click on subscribe. You might even like this video. You can click on that too. You can even press a bell and get a notification when I make next week's video, and who knows what that's going to be about. But anyway, these 3/4 of a mile to the major oak. You might not think clicking on subscribe does anything, but it really does. So please do. You might be thinking to yourself, what's the point of subscribing? What difference does it make? Well, let me tell you this. It makes loads of difference. Certainly to me, because it lets me know that you're enjoying the videos and you want to see more. But it also means that as the channel grows and develops, then I can do more videos and more interesting stuff, because eventually maybe someone will pay for my diesel. And we all know cost of living crisis and stuff. I live in a bloody van, for God's sake. No, that's not why I live in a van. I live in a van out of choice and because I love it. Anyway, I'm really bad at doing the like and subscribe thing, so for once I'm talking about it. I've said to you, we know about it now, don't we? Each of us know about it, so I don't need to bang on about it anymore. But go on, give it a little press. A bit creepy, that. Since I've been back, I've noticed something as well, and I've noticed this before, but I don't know if I've ever brought it up in a video. Everyone in England is so friendly. I was down in Somerset, people talk to you, people say hello, and even more so up here in Nottingham and Derbyshire, where I've been for the last week. Since I parked up in the little sort of road lane thing last night, every single person, without exception, said hello when they were walking past the van, which was great. Also, every single person I've walked past on this walk today has said hello or had a brief chat. Without exception, every single person. And I love that about this country. And we do ourselves down all the time. And there's a lot that's wrong, and there's a lot that we complain about, and rightly so. But my God, we're good at being friendly. I got a bit lost then. The signs stopped showing where the major oak was. Major oak? It's major oak, isn't it? Yeah, Colonel Major. Yeah, major oak. So anyway, I had to, with one bar of signal, try to get Google Maps to work. And it was completely the opposite direction that I thought it was. And I have good sense of direction. Not many things I can say I'm good at, but that is one thing. But I would have gone completely the wrong way, so imagine how easy it is to get lost in forests like this. Anyway, I think I'm going the right way now. I'm not sure. Actually, I was joking about it being a major, but it was a major. Major Hayman Rook, apparently. He was a retired soldier and historian. Documented all the oak trees in Sherwood Forest. He can't have documented them all, surely. Anyway, so the major oak is named after Major Hayman Rook. It's a little bit annoying but understandable. I was hoping to fly my drone and do some drone shots of the tree, but I couldn't because you're not allowed to in Sherwood Forest, so the drone's staying in the bag. But the tree has apparently died because over the last 200 years there's been so many people visiting here and walking around the area that it's cut off the supply of water to the tree, so it's eventually got worse and worse and worse. Trees seem to be having a pretty hard time recently. You had the sycamore gap tree getting cut down, and now the major oak is dead. And this has all happened since 2016, since we left the European Union. Now, I'm not saying they're connected, but you draw your own conclusions. Impressive trees growing around here. It's a lovely area, really nice walk, so thoroughly recommend coming. I thought that was going to be where Robin Hood's men were all hanging out, but I had a look in, it's just a load of nudists putting their clothes back on. Hi, can I get a nice latte and a sausage roll? Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm at the visitor centre now, so I've got myself a nice latte and a sausage roll. I've walked about 5 miles, I think, so far, but it's been really nice. I should have come here a long time ago. It's amazing. Amazing trees. Still no nudists though. So I need to find something to eat for tonight, so I'm in the local village now, Edwinstowe, just outside. I need to find a local to ask where there's a shop. Oh, actually, here's someone. Hi, excuse me, sorry. Do you mind if I sit down? Is that all right? Yeah. Hi. Can you? Where's the nearest shop? Can you let me know? Can you tell me where the nearest shop is, please? He's not very chatty, is he? After I said that everyone was very friendly, you don't seem very friendly, do you? No? Nothing to say? Alright. Sod you then. Well, how rude. I'll just go and look myself. Apparently this is the church where Kevin Costner and whoever it was that played that other one what am I talking about? Apparently this is the church where Maid Marian and Robin Hood got married. If you believe all that kind of stuff. It's very nice. Oh, he's here as well. This is nice. I mean, he could have left his sword at home, couldn't he? Hi, alright.
Is that you?
Those, please. Yeah, good, thank you.
Would you like a bag?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please. Enjoying the day?
Oh, it's been great, yeah. I haven't been to, well, I've only ever been to Sherwood Forest once before.
Alright.
And I just decided to come up last night and I camped overnight in a camper van. And I've just walked through, and it's amazing. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. It's so nice.
It's really refreshing as well.
Yeah, and it was a great day today because there was a breeze and it was warm. But you know, tomorrow I think it's not too much. Yeah, a little bit, but not too much. But I think tomorrow is going to be a scorcher. So
too much, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll just stay inside tomorrow.
Don't blame you. It's 2020, please.
Great.
There we go.
Thank you.
Would you like the receipt?
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, now I'm going to wander back through the forest and see if I can find the van. I'm not really sure where I left it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to.
Cheers, have a good day. Yeah, cheers, bye-bye. Now it's time to see if we can find the van. I think I know where it is. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually. And we need to go and see how Louie's doing. I expect he's had a nice day sleeping and doing nothing. Hello, cows. Hi, Louie. You sleepy? Hey.
What do you make of what happened today?
Well, I mean, Farage's speech was largely a load of tosh, and Richard's eyes just then.
What a great day. I've really enjoyed today. I'm going to have some food. It's evening now. I'm going to chill out. Louie is already outside catching dormice, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. And also I need to end this video on an apology. Now, for weeks now, at the end of my videos, I've put up my Litre Legends. Have a look in the comments if you want to know. Not in the comments, what am I talking about? Have a look in the description if you want to know more about that. But I have been saying that one of my Litre Legends is Maria Torsion, and I've got it wrong. It's Marie Torsion. So, Marie, I hope you're watching this. I do apologise. I'm very sorry. It's just my age dies. I should have put my reading glasses on. But, so, Marie Torsion, thank you very much. And to Maria and Daniel and Josie and everyone else who supports the channel, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like I said, subscribe and see you next week.